Aries, you guys are next in the queue. Yes, I'm surprised, Aries. I thought Leo honestly would come in with more views before Aries. But Aries kind of you inched Leo's out this time. So I was like, well, you go ahead on fire sign. It's the battle of the fire signs. So Aries, let's see what we got going on for you for December. I definitely feel like there's some celebrations that are going to be coming on. Some of you may be going to a lot more parties. You could be throwing parties. You could be getting invited to parties. But I feel like there is a lot more mingling that is going on for you guys moving into this month. And I feel like going into January too. So some of you might be socializing. You may have gotten a new place and you're having housewarming parties. But I get like a lot of socializing going on with you, Aries. There's also chances of meeting people. Some of you may be connecting with a person. You may be going out on a dating. Somebody is saying, let's go to this event, or I want to invite you over to my family, or vice versa. But I do feel like some of you may be coming out of your hermit mode and going out this month. For some of you, if you have been in a relationship or a marriage, I feel like you're kind of settling or kind of just going along with the flow of things. So some of you might be venturing out, opening yourselves up to meeting someone, or you may connect with someone that makes you kind of think and realize, maybe I'm not happy in the situation that I am. So I feel like there could be some self-reflecting on where you are at this point in your life, where you are in a relationship with somebody and what you want. Some of y'all are having one of these moments, especially if you've been having problems with your relationships. You may have a temptation that is coming in. For some of you, you may be connecting with somebody who's also in a relationship where they're not happy. You're not happy. And this could be a secret relationship where it's like, we're just going to connect with each other. But we don't have any intention of leaving our significant others. So for some of you, you could be in a secret relationship with someone. I do feel for some of you that you could be in a situation where either you're doing something that you don't want to do. I kind of just get this thing of either making yourself do something, or you're kind of going against what you want to make somebody else happy. So you may have somebody who's coming in and it's like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to go this direction or whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, which really isn't like a fire sign to me. So some of you may be feeling a little stuck in a situation if you're having to deal with that, where you're just kind of conceding to what somebody else wants. I think that's why some of you may be stepping out and creating another reality with other people or with somebody else, because maybe you're feeling like you're kind of stifled with the person or the environment that you're in. I do feel like some of you may be thinking about taking on another job. This could be for the holidays, trying to get some extra money. Could be trying to get a little side hustle to pop in. I feel like there could also be some issues with a air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This could be either a lack of communication or miscommunication. Some of you may be looking at this person as baggage, and maybe you're trying to move forward. I feel like for some of you, there is this release of not wanting to carry something that is not helping you or helping you grow, or is not helping you get to where you want to be. So some of you are dropping people, possibly even jobs, but I just feel like there's this big cutoff. Like, I don't want it anymore. Take it. I'm moving in this direction. So some of you may be having some moment where you're coming to some type of clarity, especially if you're settling or you have been settling and you've been a little bit unhappy or a little bit depressed about it. I do feel like for some of you, you're going back to school. This could be picking up a new skill. This could be sharpening up a new skill. But there is this thing of taking classes or expanding some type of knowledge. Now, I feel for some of you, if you're having a side business, it could have to do with that, where you're trying to add more to it, or you're just trying to expand on what you already know. For some of you, this could be completing a degree program. But for some, I really feel like this is trying to bring more money in, trying to get your skill level up where you're bringing more money in and more finances. Aries, Aries, Aries. For some of you, be really careful this month with communication and miscommunication. I feel like either you're holding back things that you need to say, or you might be dealing with people that are doing the same thing with you. there could be this big assumption of, well, I thought you understood this, well, and then you realize that either you didn't understand it or the person that you're dealing with didn't understand it, and it could lead into arguments. The moon card is showing that there's secrets that are being done right now. So for some of you, this could be you holding back secrets or holding back things that you probably need to talk about. Maybe you don't want to. For some of you, this could be the secret relationship that you might be getting involved with that you don't want people to know. But there definitely is some type of secret not expressing or not communicating in the proper way. And it could be because maybe some of y'all are doing some things in the secret or behind closed doors, or you could be dealing with somebody who's doing this to you. So let's go ahead and bring this down to get the shuffle, Aries. Yoda! Aries, Aries, Aries. Yoda! Out there attacking the neighbors. Aries, Aries, Aries. Some of y'all definitely, I feel, could be dealing with a third-party situation, like I said before, because with 3 of Swords, there could be some cheating going on. This may be you. This could possibly even be your partner. If you are not in a relationship, this could be a friend or family member that is undermining your relationship with other people around you. So I feel for some of you that you may have to deal with a third-party situation, whether this is you having to make some type of heart-to-heart conversation. And remember what I said about communication or miscommunication. Now, of course, there could be deception where you're asking questions, but somebody's lying to you. Use your intuition, especially when it comes to somebody who's acting a little bit different. For some of you, your intuition is going to be really on point this month. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Definitely getting the issue of having to defend yourself. Okay, so we have the Hierophant. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 7 of Swords. We have Strength. We have the Empress. We have the Devil. This is 7 of Coins. Knight of Swords, I'm sorry. Ace of Cups. Judgment. 10 of Blades. And then one more. 3 of Pentacles. So this is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Yoda, I heard you out there trying to attack them people. This is the Angel Tarot. You need to sit down. Those are our neighbors. You need to be nice to them people. Stop being mean. And then he goes back off with his little chihuahua tail in the air. That's a fuck you. If y'all don't have chihuahuas, when the chihuahua throws his little tail in the air, that's him saying fuck you. I'm going to get that dog. Let's see. Aries, Aries, Aries. Chihuahua owners will understand me. One more time, Spirit. Aries. All right, let's see what we got. We got 3 of Wands. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the Emperor. We have Strength. King of Air. The Chariot. The Hermit. And then 6 of Pentacles. And then we'll finish off with Tough Shit Tarot at the end. Hello, hello, Aries. Okay, so for some of you, definitely feels like there could be talks about a wedding. Now, some of you may be getting engaged. There could be some type of communication. I feel for some of you that you may be having some celebrations, because I felt parties, going to a party. Some of you could be going to a wedding and meeting somebody. Some of you, this actually could be your wedding with the 4 of Wands and the Hierophant. This is a religious man or a religious ceremony. And then we got 4 of Wands. This could be building a home together. This could be marriage, engagement. So I feel like some of you definitely are going to be jumping the broom if that's what you do in your traditions. If not, whatever it is, some of you may be getting engaged this Christmas or this New Year's. There is this thing of celebrations, parties. I get a lot of people mingling. And like I said, if this is you being a bridesmaid or a groomsman, you might actually, if you're single, connect with somebody who's there. If you're not single, there is this indication that some of you may feel like you want to dabble. If you're going to do that, oh, Lord have mercy, don't do it at the wedding. No, don't do it at the wedding, you guys. I've seen too many scandals like that. Now, for some of you, we got a ceremony, we got a wedding, and we got the Empress card. Now, if you're trying to get pregnant, say you just got married, you're trying to get married, you're planning your wedding, you're trying to plan a baby. Nowadays, the baby comes before the wedding for a lot of people. So whatever it is, some of you may be finding out that you're pregnant, that you're going to have a baby. Congratulations. Now, if you are a person that is not, in an age where you can have children, or you had a vasectomy, or your tubes are tied, or they're just you're not able to have children, this is a new beginning. This could be two people that are saying, you know what, let's take vows, let's make a committed relationship, let's make this legal under God or whatever deity that you deal with, and let's get married and create a family. Now, for some, this is just two people. This is a new beginning. Some of you could be marrying somebody who already has children, because I do get blended family vibe with this. So I feel like for some, if you're not of an age, or you're able to have children, this could be connecting with somebody who already has children. If not children, I feel like they may have pets that they see as their children. Some of you may be marrying somebody where you're merging your pets or your animals with their animals. Definitely feel like there could be connections where there is different cultural differences, possibly even with race. Some of you may be marrying somebody outside of your race. It is showing blended family, new beginnings. Some of you may actually be connecting to a spiritual person, a spiritual man or a spiritual woman. So this could be a pastor. This could be somebody who studies or practices an alternative spirituality or tradition. But some of you may be connecting with this person. If not, you may have a friend or somebody that is getting married to a spiritual person, and you're going to their wedding. You may have somebody that is dating a priest or a priestess in a tradition, and you may be invited to some type of celebration. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual connection with this. That's interesting, because my business partner is in Aries, but she's already married, but I would be the Hierophant in that situation. So maybe I'm going to meet somebody at an event. I'm going to have to keep y'all updated. I do see marriage and stuff in my cards. I'm like, what the fuck? Where is that coming from? I ain't even got a dude yet. But hey, your spirit works in mysterious ways. Could be a woman that already has children like me, blending or marrying somebody. Could be with a spiritual connection. They could practice, be a voodoo priestess like me, or a voodoo priest, a Nugan. So we'll have to see. Keep you guys updated. For some of you, I definitely feel like there's engagement or marriages that are coming in. And for a few of you, I feel like it's coming out of nowhere. Like you meet somebody and it's like, bam, this is what we're going to do. So keep yourself open. Now, I do feel for some of you, there's this issue with conflict. Some of you may be feeling the need, I got to defend myself. People are coming at me. They're saying this. They're asking me questions about what I'm doing. Where am I going? What am I doing? And some of you may be feeling like you're under some type of attack by people around you. Now, this could be with family or co-workers, because I feel like here in the wheelchair, somebody's having to be strong. They may not feel strong, but they're having to be strong. So I feel like for a few of you, if you've been having people that are coming at you, or they're not really going by what your lifestyle is, for some of them, you may be saying, look, I met somebody really great. I'm moving in with them. We're going to get married. And your family is like, what the fuck is going on? Like my family would be saying. It's too quick. This is too soon. So some of you may be defending your way with either, moving things too fast, bringing somebody into your life that other people don't agree with, or possibly this could be a spirituality or tradition that they don't agree with. Could be even a racial thing. I mean, I hate to say that in 2019, but you still have people that feel like everybody should be with their own people. It's your perspective. Now, it is showing for some of you that there could be some conflict with either a way of life that you're living, or this could be people judging you. We did get the Judgment card, and let me see. Where is it at? Because I remember seeing it. Was at 7? Yeah, no. Here we go right here. Some of you definitely could be having issues with people, because here we got somebody's drinking, we got somebody in the back, he's smoking a pipe now or blowing a horn. I thought he was smoking a pipe, but he's a little bit different. And then we got a woman with tattoos. So you could be having some people that are going like, what the hell is going on with you? Some people may be judging you because of the way that you're living your life, Aries. So you may be having talks or people talking to you about things that they don't agree with, or trying to get you to see things their way. Now, if you're an adult, like I always say, you're over 18, you're paying your own bills, you live the life the way you want. But some of you may be in a situation where you can't do that. You may still be having to defend what you do and what you say. And I mean, it's normal. I have 60-year-old friends that still, worry about what their parents are going to say. So it's one of those things where you could be having to be pushed to stand your ground. And that's what this woman is doing. She's like, I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. I'm going to stand my ground. And some of you, this could be coming from judgment, whether this is with somebody that you're dealing with, where you're trying to move. And I feel for some of you, this is a move. You may have people that just disagree. Strength card comes up twice, which means for some of you, within the next couple of months, you may have some issue coming in that you really have to stand strong. You have to toughen up your skin and say, this is what I want. This is what I am trying to do for my life. And then stand in it. Don't let people come in and tell you anything different. There could be some challenges that come in this month with a few of you. Now, some of you, this could be spiritual attack. So if you practice and you're dealing with other people who practice, you might want to go ahead and keep your protection up, say your prayers, do your cleanses, and use your defenses. If somebody comes at you and you're trying to block it, then you may have to go ahead and say, look, sorry, I got to reverse this on you. And I mean, shit, don't apologize for it, just reverse. But if you practice, now if you don't practice, I mean, you definitely could just be dealing with some type of judgment. People kind of throwing their opinions on the way that you should be living your life. I do feel that there could be some judgment, and not for everyone. This could have to do with substance addiction or things that people may feel. Let me see. I just threw the card out here. Here we go. Let me grab it. Where people are judging the way that you're living your life. Now, in both these pictures, we have somebody's drinking, somebody's over there blowing a horn. I still think that he's smoking some weed or something in the pipe. What else we have? We got drinking. We got something on the floor. I can't tell if it's alcohol or if it's some type of drugs. This girl is chugging up to overindulgent, which is the devil's card too. Some of you could be doing something overindulgent, or you could be dealing with somebody who has this issue. Maybe they drink too much. Maybe they eat too much. Maybe they're a sex addict. They gamble too much. They can't hold on to money. Some of you may be dealing with somebody this month that you have to talk to. And that could be where the miscommunication and things come in, where they're not listening to you or you're not listening to them. Now, for some of you, this could be your issue. You may have people coming at you. I don't like when you drink like this. You picking up bad habits. You're eating too much, or you're sleeping with people, just for the hell of it, because that's what you need. Now, if you see that it's a problem and you're dealing with it, then of course, if you can be accountable and address it. Addiction is really hard. If anybody, and at some point, everybody has been touched by it. Really, I'm a sugar addict. I will live on sweets. It's not easy to come off. I did juice cleanses and thought I was going to lose my mind because I couldn't have sugar. So, I mean, if you have a gambling addiction, an alcohol addiction, a drug addiction, food, sex, it's a very powerful thing. If you're dealing or struggling with this, there's hotlines and, support groups out there if you're accountable and you feel like you're ready to make a change. For some people, they're going to be stuck in this energy. They don't want to see it. They don't want to change it. And that it is what it is. For some of you, if you're dealing with somebody like this and you're trying to help them and you're doing it through judgment, it may not give you the outcome that you want. Somebody that has issues like this has to want to fix the issues. So some of you, if you are in the Empress mode, where maybe you could have a child or somebody that you're enabling, you're taking care of, you might want to be careful about how far you're going in this, because it may take you down the rabbit hole too, especially if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't want to change. Now, if this is your energy, you could have a parent, a parental figure, a mother, or somebody trying to help you. Like I said, it all comes to wanting to change and wanting to be helped. If you're dealing with somebody who does have issues with the Ten of Swords, we could look at it two ways. Ten of Swords is showing the ending of a situation, something that was very, very detrimental, and maybe somebody's coming to the end of that cycle, and that things are going to start to get better, which we hope, especially if it has anything to do with the Devil card. This is obsession, addiction. If somebody's coming out the end of this and they're going into another phase, that's wonderful. For some of you, this may be a person who has some type of addiction issue where they may end up stabbing you in the back. It's almost like letting somebody who comes in that's an addict, and next thing you know, your TV's missing or your jewelry's missing or there's money missing. So some of you may be finding out in a situation that you may get stabbed in the back by somebody who could be taken from you. Now, I don't see seven of swords, but I do see with the Ten of Swords, this is betrayal. And if you look, there's a camera on the fence. Some of you know who this person is that's stabbing you in the back because the camera is facing them. So be mindful of the people that you're letting in your environment. Be mindful of the people that you're dealing with. If you're dealing with people that you know have a problem, then you have to kind of put everything in some type of perspective so that you are being accountable for what they do and what you do, how you handle it. If this is somebody that you don't need to have in your space, then you might need to go ahead and say, look, I love you, but I got to walk away and let you deal with this on your own. For some of you, you may feel stabbed in the back by people that are trying to help you with addictions. I would say fit in where you get in on this one, because it could be a very heavy read for a few people. Now, for some of you, I definitely feel that there is some issues with maybe not speaking your mind, going along with the program because you think that you need to. This could be you dealing with somebody that's pushing you a little bit faster into things that you maybe don't want to do. Don't settle. It comes back to standing your ground, Aries. And for some of you with some fire signs, this could be you pushing and somebody feeling like they need to stand their ground with you. I work with a lot of Aries and Leos, and they're not pushovers. Some of them can be very, very authoritative, and some of them can even be manipulative when they want something that they want. So it is one of those things where if you're dealing with people that are forcing you to do something that you want, it looks like you're standing your ground. But if some of you are dealing with people where you're trying to push them, be prepared that they're going to stand their ground, Aries, this month, especially if it comes to things like the Devil card where there's obsessions and addictions. Make sure that you're not connecting with people where there's a toxic relationship. Now, for some of you, I definitely feel that there could be some opportunity that's coming in with an authority figure. This could be a boss. Some of you may even be making some type of business deal with a spouse, somebody that's coming in and making long-term plans. I do see with the Three Pentacles, this could be working as a team. Some of you may be moving on to a new project, even though I don't see the Ace of Pentacles, which normally is a new job to me. I feel like some of you are starting something else. This could be connecting with an organization, with a group, or starting something on your own, but there's more than one person working as a team to complete a goal. And this is long term. Some of you might even be looking into starting your own business. Maybe you're talking to this Emperor to get some type of advice or get some type of guidance. Definitely feel with the Emperor, there's a leader in this situation, male or female. This is somebody that's taking charge, which probably will be you, Aries. So there could be this situation where it's like, I'm in this group or I'm in this organization, I'm moving to the top, and this is what I want to do. Make sure, though, that you're not overly manipulating or pushing people for something that you want that they may not want. I think there has to be some type of balance with that situation. Because if you look at this picture, this guy's cutting this woman's hair, and she's kind of like, I don't know if I want this. Even the dog in the background is going like, oh, I don't know. And she's not speaking up. So if this is you and somebody's forcing you into something that you don't want to do, especially if it has to do with work in a group or working with a team, you're going to have to stand up, stand your ground. Now, if this is you, you're going to have to also be compromising that you can't get everything that you want, because you could be putting some people off. But it definitely is showing there's some growth moving in towards some type of teamwork or a job. You got to be honest and accountable for what you really want with this. Now, for some, with the Seven of Coins, Hard work pays off. Some of you may be starting your own business. You may have been putting a lot of energy. Let me try to get that glare off of it. We have a lady, and every time I look at this card, this woman is very talented. She's very creative. She's creating things with her own hands. She could have her own business, but she's in la la land. She's looking for the next idea. How do I make more money? How do I get my business to expand? But if you see in the picture, somebody's trying to hand this person money. This card to me is not seeing opportunity that's right in front of your face. Some of you may have opportunity with a job, with some endeavor, with a new business, but you're kind of spreading yourself thin because you might be all over the place. Well, I want to do this. Well, I need to do this. Well, we need to order this. But it's showing that you have money coming in. You want to go ahead and make sure that your foundation is solid, Aries, especially if you're starting a business, because some of you are very creative, very intelligent, but it's almost like when spirit comes in, for a lot of people, it's like a lot of ideas, 15, 20 ideas, and everybody wants to try to do all 15 or 20 at the same time. You don't necessarily have to do that. Spirit blesses you, and it's like, okay, pick one. All right, so complete this one, then let's move on to two. I know people that have 7 or 8 businesses successfully because they completed each foundation, and they're able to go ahead and tie everything in. And then if you're like me, I have this going on, that going on, and I'm still trying to figure out how to tie it in because I haven't completed everything. Some of you may be in that phase where it's almost like too many ideas coming in and you want to do everything, but spirit is saying focus because you're missing some things that are right in front of your face. If you're trying to start 5 businesses and you feel like the first business really isn't where you want it to be, it's not making the money, spirit is showing the money's there. You just got to look at the money. She's not looking. She's somewhere else. Her mind is already floating on to something else. And she has a ton of product already out that people want to buy. So if you're starting your business or you have a business and you're not moving your product, then you need to go ahead and look at your marketing, your packaging, how you're presenting yourself, because spirit is showing that there's money there, but you're missing it, Aries. So make sure that you don't get caught up in what could be and you don't see what's right in front, okay? I do feel like some of you are hermit mode, and I feel like for a few, this is relationship, this is boredom, this is discontent, not really feeling like you're living life the way you want. Now, I do feel like there is love coming in, and for some of you, a temptation that could be crossing your path. For some of you, you may even decide that this is your person and you're going to fall in love. But for a few, I feel like you could be meeting somebody at an event. It could be somewhere at that wedding or this party that is going on. You could be connecting because we got with Ace of Cups, they're at some type of sporting event. And then we have over here with the 4 of Wands, this is a wedding. This is a get together. So for a few of you, you may actually be coming out of hermit mode and being surprised that you find love this month. For some of you, you may be in a relationship and then you meet somebody new and you're thinking, I thought I was happy, but now I realize that maybe I was not happy. So I feel like for some, there's this thing of, let me see what I really want kind of vibe coming into this month moving. And it could be because of the new year. What do I want? Who do I want to be with? Some of you, there's a need for freedom. You may want to get out there and be the devil energy for a little bit, but you're worried about judgment from people if you do what you want to do. And it could be because some of you are having to put your foot down and stand your ground because people may not understand. Now, it's your life. If this is what you want, that's what you want. But I feel for some of you that there's this holding back because you're worried about what other people are going to say, and you're missing opportunities that are right in front of you because maybe you're worried about not living a life that other people want. And that could be why some of you are in this hermit mode where it's like self-reflection. How do I get past this? The Chariot card is showing for a lot that you're going to move forward. It's like, I'm going in a direction that I need to go. And it may be slow at first, but I feel like things are going to start to pick up speed with the 9 of Cups. This is getting something that you wish for, you prayed for. For some of you, this is a marriage. I want this. I found the person. This is what I'm going to do. People don't understand it, but I'm going to do it anyway. For a few, this is a baby. Maybe you are living with somebody, you're not married, or maybe you don't even want to live with somebody or be married. You just want the baby. Some of you are making choices on things that you want to do that may not be what everybody wants you to do. Some of you, this could be trying to start a business. And people are like, well, this is not the right time to do it. I get some judgment, Aries, from some of you. And it's almost like I don't want to let people down, but I have to kind of defend what I want and stand my ground. And I feel for some of you, it's going to end up in some type of long-term thing that actually is beneficial for you. You got to make the decision now. You have to make the decision. Six of Pentacles is showing that you have unexpected money coming in. Now, this could be December, January. I feel like it comes a little bit later. That could be a tax refund. For some of you, you could get some type of business loan. If you're trying to start something up, you could be taking out some money, and that could be part of your prayer. Some of you, you could be starting some type of auto or detailing business, something that has to do with automobiles. For a few of you, I feel like you're going to be getting a new vehicle. Could be blue or red, or I'm getting maybe gray silverish. But some of you are going to be getting a new car. A few of you may even be using a vehicle to start some type of side hustle. This could be Uber, Lyft, driving some type of vehicle back and forth. I definitely feel like there's side hustles coming in with you, Aries, because some of y'all are very ambitious and there's a lot of ideas that are coming in. I will say at this point, live your life for you. Judgment is always going to be there, regardless. No matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody who questions what you're trying to live, what you're trying to do. And at some point, people won't get it, but it's not for them to get. It's your life. You don't have to explain that. There's a lot of people out there that are literally dying without doing anything that they ever wanted to do in life. And that's sad. There's no evolution to me. You're not evolving anywhere because you lived your life for one person and it wasn't you. So let's see what tough shit has to say, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Tough shit, tough shit. What is the message for Aries? I definitely get asserting yourself more. Let me see. All right. Your current love interest is great fit for you, but you're showing your affection in an unhealthy way. If you aren't careful, you may drive them away. Now, sometimes this could connect with the devil card where somebody is being a little bit too possessive, whether this is you or them. This could be somebody who is possessive, obsessive. The energy is, maybe somebody is a sex addict and they want to have sex 24/7. You're like, look, I got to go to work. I got shit to do. This could be somebody that is like, look, call me when you get to this place. Call me when you get to that next place. I mean, you have some people that are like that. This could be looking through somebody's phone or trying to see what they're doing. So this is saying that a few of you have found a love partner that could lead to marriage because we have the Four of Wands. But you may be a little bit afraid. Fear may be making you do some things that are not natural or not, I would say, not conducive to having a healthy relationship. If you find yourself in this energy, you might want to kind of pull back and say, okay, you know what? Let me get my head right. Let me get back in the game. Now, if you're with somebody who constantly makes you feel like you got to check on them and search through their things, first you got to check yourself and say, okay, do I need therapy? Is this something I need to fix? Is this something that I'm struggling with? If you come to the conclusion that you're all right, your intuition is telling you need to look, then you might have to go ahead and look a little bit closer. May not be the person that you think they are. Let's see. You're dissatisfied with the outcome of a recent decision. Things did not go quite as planned. Once you accept responsibility for your actions, you can forgive yourself, grow, and move on. So for a few of you, if you are coming to this moment where you're in a relationship and you're like, I'm not happy, I'm settling, then you need to be accountable and say, you know what, I met somebody else. I'm going to move on. I'm going to put energy into that. For some of you, if this is saying I'm not happy with a job, but I accepted the job, but it's really not what I want, you got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, this is not what I need to do. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. It is showing for a few of you dissatisfied. Like I said, there's this feeling of settling or not getting what you want. And for some of you, Spirit is saying it's time for you to be honest. If you made a decision, you're not happy with the decision, even if you've been married 20 years or you've been with a company, now is the time to say, you know what, this is not the path that I wanted. Let me go ahead and reevaluate. Let me back up and look at this a little bit better and see what my other options are, because there are options out there. And it's showing forgive yourself, grow, evolve, and then move on. You don't have to stay stuck in situations that you're unhappy with because you felt like you made a decision a year ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, or more. Some of you are stuck in a situation that you don't have to be in, but it's because you feel like you're obligated to it. And Spirit is saying you got to be accountable and look at it clearly. If it's not making you happy at this point, it's time for you to move forward, Aries. So you guys, I hope that resonates. I will talk to you soon, and I love you.